We're going to go ahead and call the City Council meeting on March 18th to order. Please stand for the invocation. Ron Ellis.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we come once again asking for your love, for your guidance and your strength. And Lord, we offer a special prayer for the Jeffersonville police officer that was hit by a car. We ask for your healing mercies and grace to be with him, to be with his family, and to also be with the Jeffersonville Police Department and all the people of our city. And Lord, we ask a special prayer for this world. There is so much that's going on that tries to take us all away from here. Give us your blessings. Give us your guidance, and give us your strength. And as this council goes about the business of the city, give us the wisdom to do what your will is and what is right. In the name of Jesus Christ, we ask these blessings. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Councilperson White.
Present.
Councilperson Young.
Present.
Councilperson Maples.
Here.
Councilperson Gill.
Here.
Councilperson Hawkins.
Here.
Council President Stobney.
Present.
Councilperson Owen.
Here.
Councilperson Ellis.
Here.
Councilperson Samuel.
Here.
Let the record reflect all 9 members are present.
We have minutes to approve.
We had a slight typo, but Patsy corrected it, so the correction will be in the ones that you'll sign tonight. So with that, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for regular proceeding of March 4th, 2019.
Second. We have a motion second to approve the minutes of March 4th.
What was the correction?
Well, oh, sorry.
It was under public comment.
Yeah, it was in the entities where it says entireties. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th sentence up from the bottom.
Gotcha.
Just a small typo.
Gotcha.
Any other comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next up, approval of agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as submitted. Any comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those
Aye.
opposed? We have an agenda. First up, claims to be approved.
We have civil city claims tonight for $707,286.75.
All the claims in order?
Yes.
Do we have the agendas with the travel and mileage?
Yes.
Thank you. Nobody has any questions. I'll make a motion to approve the civil city claims for $707,286.75.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the claims. Any other discussions or questions? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Civil claims are approved. Next up, parks claims.
Parks are $48,443.88.
All claims in order?
Yes.
I just have a quick question for anybody that's on the Parks Authority. There had some claims in here like toast. Are they putting in a new kitchen somewhere? Because last claims there was for a stove and for electrician to wire for a stove, and a lot of kitchen items are in these claims. Are they redoing?
Like concessionary?
I'm not sure specifically, but I do know that we're going to be running the concession stand at the aquatic center this year. I don't know if that's related, but I know that it changed from last year.
Thank you. That's all I have with that. I'll make a motion to approve parks claims of $48,443.88.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the parks claims as submitted. Any discussion or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Parks claims passed. Or approved. Report of the clerk.
None.
First couple items that we see on the agenda are tabled till May, so we'll get back to those at some time in the future. First up is actually number 9, an ordinance amending the City of Jeffersonville zoning ordinance. It was tabled at our last meeting.
I think Chad
Yeah, this is an amendment to our zoning code, and I believe we have favorable recommendation. I believe this was tabled last time because of some, I don't know, I wasn't here, I was home with the flu, so you'll have to explain why it was tabled, so.
Staff report was the wrong.
Yes,
staff
you had the
report.
wrong addendum in your staff report. It had been the addendum from the previous issue that we had brought before the council, had accidentally got put in there. So we brought you an issue that we are looking at here in the city to reform our neighborhood commercial district. These zone changes affect only about 20 properties in the city of Jeffersonville, but allow us an opportunity to make an impact along the 10th Street corridor here, between here and the Youngstown Center, and then in the Claysburg neighborhood up on Spring Street, where we have some zoning discrepancies. So we are just bringing forth a proposal to change the articles in the neighborhood commercial zone district to make it a little bit more consistent with the buildings and properties that are around these small neighborhood focused commercial areas, and ensure that the businesses that are in these corridors are properly zoned for the work and the businesses that they are doing.
And we also discussed in the planning and zoning meeting that this was kind of, it's a lot of housekeeping, and to make everything uniform to entice small developers to come in to these, along 10th Street in the downtown area, to make it easy for them to kind of entice development, so we don't have all these empty places, empty pockets of places.
We currently have a lot of older homes along 10th Street and along Spring Street and Claysburg that are currently have businesses in them, but they're zoned in the same way that a Walmart or a Meijer are zoned, and we would like to work on changing some of that. So this is kind of our first step in that process.
This just changed the neighborhood commercial zoning with changes in some setbacks and requirements. like
There are also,
lot
I think, a
coverage.
couple additional uses that were added.
Correct.
There were some additional uses added, right? We already had our public hearing on this.
We've had public hearing, and it has a number, it's number 9.
So motion to approve 19 OR 9.
Second.
On
Yeah.
which readings?
Only one.
Oh, that's right, I'm sorry.
I do have a comment before we vote.
Yeah, well, go ahead. We have a motion and second to pass 2019 OR 9, and it's only a one reading to pass. So with that discussion, yeah.
Yeah, so the additional development standards that I see that you listed are, I'm assuming that those were taken from some additional zoning, kind of like the development standards that we have for other zoning codes, or where were those?
Correct.
Just for consistency, or?
The two changes to the district development standards are based on the same standards that the R3, the Old Town residential districts have. Most of these neighborhood commercial properties are immediately adjacent
Right.
to those commercial or those residential type properties. So we just made the standards similar.
Okay, that was my question, was in terms of consistency of the list. Thank you, Chad.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Thank you.
Passes. Thank you. Next up, Heather Metcalf, ordinance 2019-10, transferring certain funds within the same department.
There's
Passed on
been,
first and second previously.
no changes since the last meeting.
Motion to approve on the final.
One second.
We have motion second to pass 2019 OR 10 on the third and final reading. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passes. Next one, we'll get to see Heather one more time for 2019 OR 11, an ordinance of additional appropriation. And we need a public hearing, so we're going to go ahead and open up for a public hearing. Is there anyone who wants to speak for or against or anything regarding this additional appropriation? Please step forward. Seeing none, we're going to close public hearing. Go ahead, Ms. Metcalf.
There's no changes from the last meeting.
Motion to
Just
approve
appropriate
19
cash.
OR 11 on the final. Is this
Second.
final?
Looks like it's
Yes.
passed the first and second, so yeah, it'll be third and final.
Second.
We have a motion second to pass 2019 OR 11 on the third and final reading. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Wilder's not here for attorney comments. Department heads, any department heads here? No? Public comment. I know we have the public comment, I believe we do.
You've got one headed your way.
Larry Shelby. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you.
Please, just for the record up top, give us your name and address.
Yes, sir. Good evening, and ladies and gentlemen, councilmen, thank you very much. My name is Larry Selby. I live in 10307 Fallen Creek Way in Louisville, Kentucky. I am retired, and I volunteer at the Louisville VA Medical Center twice a week. I'm here this evening to talk about the National Veterans Wheelchair Games that's going to be happening in Louisville and Jeffersonville in July the 11th through the 16th. The games are for the PVA, the Paralyzed Veterans of America. Those veterans have spinal cord injuries or MS or amputations or other essential neurological conditions. On July 13th, the track event will be at the Jeffersonville High School. A block away across 10th Street, the KIVBA, the Kentucky Indiana Paralyzed Veterans of America at 2835 Holman's Lane is the home and the host of the National Games this year. We were asking, or I'm asking really for the opportunity between, I haven't talked to Scott, or I did talk to Ms. Gill a little bit, but if I could talk with you later and somehow get your support or reach out to you, I was hoping to have a proclamation for the games. That's all I was really asking for. It would be an opportunity to show support and show an opportunity to give out the veterans certainly in need. And I'll take any questions if there are any.
I actually got a question since Larry's not here. Can we do that sort of proclamation, or will that have to come from administration through Board of Public Works?
Normally, the mayor does proclamations.
Yeah.
We can pass a resolution.
We can pass it and just,
Yeah.
okay.
You can do a resolution, but actual proclamations. You do both, you don't do a resolution, the mayor can do a proclamation.
Yep.
Have you spoken to the mayor's office about doing a proclamation?
I have not.
You might want to give Christine O'Neill.
We can facilitate those.
Yeah, we can.
We can facilitate that for you.
Or you give me your information, and I will have her contact you.
Thank you.
Larry, is there wording that maybe other communities have used for the proclamation, or do you have sort of an idea?
Get like a sample, or
I don't have one, and I've never done one in a long time, but I've heard it read all the time. I hear a lot of whereas.
Or we
whereas.
can call their office.
Whereas, therefore. There you go. Gotta get started.
But I guess in this case, for certainly Jeffersonville, the opportunity that it is a national event, there's going to be over 500 veterans competing in those 6 days in 19 events. There are about half of them in the convention center downtown Louisville and the Elevator and surrounding areas, including here. So we're excited about it. Last year it was in Orlando, Florida. Next year it's going to be in Portland, Oregon. And it leaves us forever. It's an opportunity. It's certainly going to be a lot of people. It's the largest veterans event in Kentucky this year, bar none. They're looking at over 1,000 volunteers. The volunteer site is on that handout I gave you.
Yeah, if you could just make sure that our clerk has your contact information. I'm sure there's not a council person up here that won't do what we can, because I know my dad was a vet, so I got a special place,
I appreciate
especially
that.
paralyzed.
And thank you so much for making us aware of this event.
Thank you.
Yes.
Councilman,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Do you all have the
Wonderful.
sheet that he filled out?
Pass it that way.
Oh, sorry.
There.
I got
Does
it.
it have a number? But you may need a phone number, Vicki.
Yeah.
Les
Les
got it.
got
Oh,
one.
that's got it. Good.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, with that, Mr. Wilder's still not here. No department heads. Council comments. Mr. White. Ms. Yon.
I have a few things. A couple random holidays for today. It's National Act Happy Day.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's also National Awkward Moments Day. So if you have not had an awkward moment yet today, then please help me celebrate this evening. Also, I did want to mention my company is, again, offering a workshop, professional development workshop for some of our managers of the city. We have one next week, and if any council members are available, would like to attend for some professional development. We're discussing developing personal leadership and kind of renewing our vision for the next year. That's going to be Wednesday, March 27th. It's 1 to 4 p.m. at the Canella Center. So I know that Kim has been circulating that around as well. And then finally, I will not be in attendance at our next council meeting because I will be getting married 2 weeks from today. So while I would love to be here with all of you, I will instead be in sunny Texas. I'm married for about, so our ceremony is at 2 o'clock on Monday, so I'll be married for about 5 hours, I guess, 2 weeks from today. So just wanted to let you know why I won't be present at our next meeting. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Maples. Ms. Gill.
congratulations, safe trip. We'll look forward to pictures on Facebook. I just want to apologize for missing the last meeting. There was no way I would have been able to, got hit hard at home with that nasty bug that was going around. And I also want to, we haven't heard much. I know that it was presented in the State of the City's address, and also there's an article on possibly the building of the new animal shelter. So I don't know if y'all had we haven't heard much about the bids coming back in, but either one of y'all that are in redevelopment, if you just kind of put us out an update or something. I'm getting a lot of inquiries about that. If there's going to be a groundbreaking ceremony, is it going to be built, so I appreciate that. That's all I had.
Mr. Hawkins.
Congratulations to Callie. Appreciate, I did want to say a shout out to the street department. And every time I've ever called with a constituent says, hey, there's a pothole that you could fit like a 2-bedroom apartment in, can they come out? 2 times this week I called, they came right out. We got another one, they're going to come tomorrow. I know it's horrible, all the rain. People just can't, they just can't keep up, but every time they've been very responsive. I know they're working hard. I'd like to give them thanks for those quick responses. And the other thing, not really an update, but like the New Chapel Park is underway. I can drive by it just about every day. I can almost see it from our neighborhood. It is a huge pile of muddy mess right now, but you can kind of tell it's kind of taking shape and where things are going. And hopefully, like all of our projects, they'll be speeding up here now that it maybe has quit raining for 3 days in a row. So that's it.
Nothing about the animal shelter?
I don't have, Matt, do you have anything on the animal, groundbreaking or anything?
Mr. Owen?
Nothing concrete just yet. We did get some bids back that were a little higher than we anticipated, so kind of looking at some options on how to mitigate that extra cost. But we'll keep you updated.
Thank you.
Keep going. It's your time.
I'm good. Congratulations, Ms. Yan.
Mr. Ellis?
The gentleman that just spoke reminded me that, the mayor often gives special recognition. He gives a Commodore of the Port or something like that. And I think that the council should develop some type of recognition that there's people that have given exemplary service to the city, so the council could recognize them for their service at sometimes. And I think that I'd like to ask our attorney if he could write up an ordinance or something.
I thought we had something, but maybe it was when we were the Parks Authority. I'm not sure, but I know we used to give something out to that effect. Do you know?
Nathan gave out certificates to the Public Arts Commission.
There's times we did some different certificates.
Yeah.
We
For
did
others,
push
too.
it out to all boards one year.
Yeah.
So we need to see if it's formalized in an ordinance, or maybe we need to do that.
Yeah.
Mr. Shannon?
And one other thing, congratulations on the marriage.
Congratulations, and that's all.
That's it. I just have one thing not related to city business. Cleveland Browns got the best wide receiver in the NFL. Very happy about that, even though it's baseball season. Look forward to the Browns season. It's a weird place to be. We're actually expecting to win. With that, meeting adjourned.